Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. Previously, the identity of that strange servant in gold was revealed. Mankind's oldest hero, the ancient god king of Mesopotamia, Gilgamesh. And things aren't really looking good for Saber because she used her Excalibur at full power to unleash her noble phantasm, and they exchanged blows in an even match, and she lost. Saber lost. Her noble phantasm was overpowered by Gilgamesh's, and things really aren't looking good, so here's hoping Shirou will be able to do something cool. Let's resume. Yeah, see what I mean? She's not doing alright. Oh, jeez. Saber, are you alright? I can see her breathing, but I can't touch her even if I reach out. My body still won't move, and I can't even run to her. So I can only call out to her. Saber! 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 Ah. Saber's mouth opens. She breathes in as if asking for help, and coughs as if even that is painful. Shirou? Are you there? Can she not see? I think... maybe she's just that delirious. She raises a faint voice, telling me she cannot see me. Hold on, I can't say I'll help her. I'm on the ground too, and I can only move my arms. I can only call out to her and encourage her. She can't even see me in this ugly state. Oh, I see. I have been defeated. She speaks in a soft voice and looks at me with no light in her eyes. I am sorry. Please turn away, Master. She says something absurd while coughing up blood. My vision turns red with anger. I completely depended on Saber unconsciously, and this is the result? I can't even stand up after a sudden attack. I grab my head with the only arm that moves. I want to kill myself. So I put strength into my hand as if to squash my head. Really? Okay, Shirou. Calm down. A firing hammer goes down. I take the switch to turn myself into a magus and smash it on with a hammer instead of my finger. Never use it again. Projection magic is beyond your level. Tosaka's words. She says magic beyond one's level will destroy the caster's circuits and nerves. So what? She's more important than that. If I can't protect her, I don't need my body. She has helped me many times. There never has been anyone I cared so much about. Wow. Jeez. Oh, fine. So, if I can't protect her, Emiya Shirou can just die here. I can hear sounds of metal. Metallic magical energy reinforces all the bones in my body and all the broken parts of my body. Oh, that's cool. Dude, that's like the Berserker armor from Berserk. Oh, that's cool. I love that shit. I'll give it everything I have. I'll put it in the highest gear and the highest rotation from the start. And ignoring my limits, I'll create as much magical energy as possible. My spine catches fire, and my whole body grows red hot. I bite my tongue to bear the feeling of my brain melting. I bite down on the pink flesh. If I can keep my consciousness just by making a hole in my tongue, there's no problem. What? The footsteps stop. His laughter stops as well.
What? Shirou? What are you doing? If you do that, your body will...
She must feel it, even though she can't see. Saber screams, trying to get back up. That makes my last powers turn on. I stand back up. The body that wouldn't obey me starts to move because of the magical energy poured in past its limits. This is like setting my body on fire to make it run towards water. But I don't care. It's better than watching Saber get hurt. That's right. I finally realize, with a mind that's about to burn away. From the beginning, I swore to hold the sword because I didn't want to see her hurt.
Well, I am telling you to run, so why?
I obstruct the enemy. Saber is behind me. Now, I cannot even take one step backwards. Trace on. I hold down my brain, which is rolling around on fire, and manage my mind. I am imagining only one thing. I'll divide the projection into 8 sections to create the lost sword. I feel something hard in my left hand. I don't even need to look to check. The second manufacture of the sword proved successful without slowing down even once.
My sword? No, that is still not enough. You must know you cannot beat him with that. If you can move, please run away.
I won't. I came to pick you up, so I can't run home by myself. I ready my sword. I hold the sword, heavier than a shinai, and glare at the enemy.
Stop, Shirou. This man is...
I shake off Saber's words and step forward. There's 4 meters between us. If I step forward with all my might, I'll be able to attack him. The enemy doesn't move. Gilgamesh watches me for a second, then laughs. I guess I'll kill you, he says in an emotionless voice. I instantly block the attack swung at me. You! I sway my body to the side to avoid the attack. Whoa! But I'm not fast enough. If the first attack was a sudden gust, the next barrage of attacks is a raging wind. Parrying is all I can do. No, I wouldn't even have been able to block the first attack by myself. It is fortunate that I also reproduced its memory when I reproduced the sword. A sword with a long past holds will and experience. This sword must already be familiar with such attacks. I can't judge Gilgamesh's attacks, but this sword is able to. So the sword reacts to his attacks before my hands do. I swing to follow the sword, and as a result, I can block his attacks. But that doesn't last long. My fingers numb every time I swing, and slowly, I cannot catch up with the sword. Mongrel, you are worse than unsightly. He must dislike even the slight resistance. He glares at me in anger and retreats a bit. Thank God. If he had kept attacking me, I would not have lasted more than a few seconds. I take a deep breath and try to control my breathing. And then, you filthy imitator. If you like it so much, I shall show you the real one. He takes out a sword. No way. Oh. That's a lot simpler looking. Not embellished by history. Oh, what? That is a familiar sword. The ornamentation on it is different. But its true nature, the idea of its creation, and its soul are too close to those of this sword. It can't be. This sword's model. It is. But its strength as a noble phantasm is incomparable. What you have, the sword and the stone, originated from the legend of the Sword of Supremacy in the Tree, from Northern Europe. But this is the original model, the foundation of the sacred right to select the king. The Sword of Supremacy in the Tree. Graham, the demonic sword of Sigmund, hero of Northern Europe. Its original model? Children cannot defeat their parents. An imitation that deteriorates every time it is renewed cannot match the original model. Light runs. The sword understands better than anything that this is the same attack that terminated Berserker in one slash. It must be protecting its owner. The sword in my hand goes for the enemy sword with its utmost power. The name of the noble phantasm is Caliburn, the golden sword of assured victory. But it is destroyed without a trace by the sword called Marduk, the original sin. Didn't Gilgamesh just say it's called Graham? Or, no, was that Shirou? Wait, what? Where's this coming from? Oh, that did not sound good. I hear something sliding on the ground. Oh, that's probably one of Shirou's limbs. Sliding. Is the ground of the park slippery because it's level? I slide across the ground and finally come to a stop. Shirou! 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 Game over. That voice makes me realize I'm still alive. Oh, not game over. Good. Oh, Saber, you're pretty near me. Thinking so, I'm relieved. It felt like I was blown away, but it's fine if Saber's nearby. So all I have to do is get up, and I can run to Saber. Uh-huh. I look at my arm while I stay on the ground. Hey, what's my arm doing all the way over there? It's red. My arm is surrounded by a red membrane and there's no blood coming out of it. What? Do not move. Please do not move, Shirou. I can hear Saber's voice. It seems my body has been injured. That attack, I'm sure, was blown away by Gilgamesh's sword. So the wound must be... Oh, I see. Now I understand why Saber is acting like that. I can only move my right hand. Where'd the left hand go? My left hand won't move. First of all, my left shoulder isn't attached to my body. Uh-oh. Oh, you gotta hand it to Shirou. He tried. I can't even breathe. Diagonally down from my left shoulder. As my body is cut from the shoulder down, it's separated like Lego pieces that don't fit together. It looks like a ginkgo leaf. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh. Okay, look. Shirou survived Berserker blowing out his lungs, so this is all good. It's fine. I've been cut from my shoulder down to my waist. It's strange that I'm alive. But that miracle should soon run out. I'm barely conscious right now, and my vision narrows by the second. First of all, my insides will fall out if I move. Maybe I'm already dead, and my mind is lingering like a ghost. I see. I thought you would be scattered, but you are rather tough. I see. Clinging to life is the only merit of a mongrel. He laughs. Honestly, I'm thankful. The more irritating he is, the more my mind stays conscious. But that is all. A lion doesn't suit you. I will take that woman. Footsteps. The sound of him walking to obtain saber for sure this time. Ooh. Okay. Let's drop a save. I see this will be choice number 35? Yeah, okay. Fate choice number 35. It has been a minute. Let's take a quick look at the weapon update screen. Graham. Ah. Demonic sword. Sword of the sun. Graham. A demonic sword of ruin and glory that Sigurd, the greatest hero of Northern Europe, possessed in the Volsunga saga. That's like Norse. Saga. Yeah, that's Norse. It is a model of Caliburn in the legend of King Arthur. As Caliburn was a chosen sword in a stone, Graham was also a chosen sword in the mighty tree of the Volsunga king. I'm not familiar with that. The legend of Graham and its possessor Sigurd is a story filled with glory and ruin, as one would expect from a great hero. Der Ring des Nibelungen. Nibelungen? Nibelungen? When has that come up? I remember that. Anyway, composed later in Middle Ages Germany, is the story of a knight equal to the legend of King Arthur, and the sword Graham changes its name and appears in it as Balmung. Oh man. As the strongest demonic sword, equaling the strongest holy sword, it even possesses the special characteristic of Dragon Slayer. This sword could be called the King of Knights' natural enemy. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the anti-saber weapon right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Anything else? And Hutengenki. Oh yeah, we saw that. Okay. So I think it's pretty obvious. I think don't stand up means giving up and letting Shirou die. So let's do it. The laughing voice approaches me. As soon as I put my hands down to get up, lightning runs through my spine. Every fiber and cell in my body is telling me I can't fight anymore. I can't get up. Even if I do get up, I can't beat that guy with my body like this. As soon as I admit that, my body stops trying to stay alive. The power that was protecting Emiya Shirou up to now starts to fade. My consciousness clouds up. With my dying mind, my life ends as well. Rip and tear. Okay, as is tradition, let's turn on the voices once more. Gotta hear that sweet Fujimura. And Ilya, I guess. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, that's dark. Okay. You? Oh, it's a piñata. Okay. Sure, you can. Perfect KO. What? What? Fucking chicken grill.
信じられないであります。まさかこのタイガー道場にやってくるヘビーゲーマーがいるなんて。
Oh, wow. Okay, this is what we're doing today? Okay. I can't believe this. I can't believe anyone could be such an insane gamer that they'd come to this Tiger Dojo. Oh,
っていうか、こんなとこに来ちゃダメなんだから。
you shouldn't be here.
早くあの金ピカをやっつけて、セイバーをちゃんと守ってあげないと怒っちゃうんだから。
Beat that Goldie quickly and protect Saber, or I'm going to get mad.
それでいいのか、ブルマ。
Is that okay, Buruma? What is Buruma? I feel like I was told at one point, but I forget.
あ、チース先輩。
Oh, hi, senpai.
まあ、本当は悔しいけど。
Well, it's a bit vexing to be honest.
ここまで来たら、ちゃんとかっこいいとこ見せてほしいかなって、そんなとこです。
But I want him to act cool if things have gone this far.
道場はここでおしまい。
Well, this dojo is done.
早く選択肢に戻ってパパーッと決着つけちゃいなさい、シロ。
Quickly go back to the choice and beat him, Shiro. Yeah. Okay, let's do just that. Stand up. Hello? Yeah. I put power into my right hand. I grab the ground and raise my half-sliced body. I see Saber's face for an instant. She looks like she's about to cry. I'm proud of myself for falling in love with her.
待て、まだ終わっていない。
Hold on. I'm not done yet. I raise my body with just one arm. My legs won't move. The magical energy that forced my body to move has depleted. The only thing remaining is my beating heart and my organs screaming in pain.
ほう、未練か。だろうな。あれはお前には過ぎた宝だ。その気持ちはわからんでもない。ならばこそ他の男の手に奪われるのは悔しかろう。
Oh, lingering affection? I would assume so. This treasure is beyond you. I understand how you must feel. It must be really vexing to have it taken away by another man. That does it. I can't stand his talking anymore.
だから奪うとか奪われるとかセイバーを物みたいに。
I'm saying, don't talk like you're treating Saber as an object. Well, I mean, Shiro, you haven't been treating Saber like a person either. You've been treating her like a woman. I put power into my right arm. Is there metal in it? With a creaking noise, my body reacts to my wishes. I get up on one knee. Damn. Do as I tell you. I put power into my body. As I do so, the things I need to live flow out.
なぜもう無理だとどうしてわからないのです。
Why? I do not understand that it is useless now.
Saber's voice is almost insulting. She's a long way away. From a distant place, she is watching me in vexation. I ignore it and keep trying. Saber's voice is just a burden. Not my body nor Gilgamesh, but Saber is my greatest enemy now. Because if she objects with an expression like that, my mind will die. Finally, my knee finally has strength, so all that's left is to stand.
いらない。あなたの助けなどいりません。敗北した以上、私はすでにあなたの剣ではないんです。
No, I do not need your help. As I have been defeated, I am not your sword anymore.
このまま消えるのがサーバントとして当然の結末ではないですか。
Disappearing like this is the natural end for a servant.
Saber's voice. Damn. If she interrupts me anymore, I'll get mad even at her.
やだ、やめてください、シロ。それ以上はダメだ。本当に死んでしまう。こんなことであなたに死なれたら私は。
No, please stop, Shirou. You cannot go on. You will really die. If you die here, I will...
How can she say such selfish things without knowing how I feel?
うるさい。いいから少しは黙ってろ。こういう時くらい頼っていいんだよ。お前は。
Shut up. Just be quiet for a second. At times like this, you can rely on me.
それは違う、シロ。優先順位を間違えないでほしい。
That is not true, Shirou. Please do not get your priorities wrong.
私の身などどうでもいい。そんなものより、あなたは自身の命を第一にするべきだ。
My life is not important. You should put your life first rather than such a thing.
She sounds like she's begging. My mind almost collapses, thinking that I'm making her sound like that. But still...
断れ。俺にはセイバー以上に欲しいものなんてない。
I refuse. There's nothing I want more than you. I can't accept her words. Saber looks at me in astonishment. I don't know why she looks like that. But I remember. She told me I was a fool who didn't know the value of his own life. I think she's right. It's too conceited for someone who can't even think about himself to try to help someone else. That's just complacent happiness, and it's an unstable happiness for the other party. The most important person is yourself. That kind of person probably can become happy and share their happiness.
俺は確かに自分の命を感情に入れてない大バカだ。
Yeah, I'm certainly a fool who doesn't consider his own life. I was wrong about what's most important for me. Since that day, that seat has been empty. But I'm grateful for that abnormality. Because in that empty seat is sitting a person I want to save from the bottom of my heart.
けどな、セイバー。もし俺が自分の命が一番大事だったとしても変わらない。
But, Saber, This wouldn't change even if I valued my life above all.
きっとそれ以上にセイバーは綺麗なんだ。
You're more beautiful than that, damn it.
俺の中には一つもない。
You're more beautiful than that. There's nothing inside me that can take your place. That makes me realize I didn't feel sympathy for her. The girl I saw in my dream. She fought alone and died alone. I thought she was unrewarded, but at the same time, I was charmed by her. I just thought she was beautiful. She pulled out the sword and ran through her life without looking back. Her life itself was so brilliant.
そうだ。だから
That's right. So, I have to protect her. So that you, all alone, won't be engulfed in darkness in your last moments. That's right. So that in your last moments, on the verge of your death, so that you can be proud of your life, my doubts disappear. My path is so clear.
ごめんな。俺セイバーが一番好きだ。
Sorry. I love you more than anything, Saber.
だからあんな奴にお前は渡さない。
So I won't give you to a guy like him. After I say that, I regret apologizing to her. But I had to say it. I wanted to say it now at this moment because there would be no impurities mixed in my words. I hear her gasp. I wanted to turn around and see, but I won't since I can't really see anymore. I get up. I can still fight if my heart is beating. My magical energy is my life. As long as my heart is beating, I'll keep on recreating her sword.
よく立った。で、その後は何があるのだ？
Well done. So, now what? What can you do now? I feel a burning heat on my right hand. Perhaps because I'm close to death, I remember 10 years ago. It's a terrible illusion. My body feels like it's still in that fire, reaching out for life.
うせろ。お前にセイバーは任せられない。
Go away. I can't give Saber to you. I raise my right hand and say that.
たわけ。誰が貴様の許しを得るか。
Fool, I do not need your consent. The enemy raises his sword.
シロシロ
Get down, Shirou! I hear Saber's voice from behind me. I ignore it, and using my remaining magical energy, I project the sword once more. And I'm stopped by that light. Even though it's not as strong as Excalibur, the light that can burn away everything it touches is coming for me. Feeling the heat on my body, I don't think about my death, but about Saber behind me. She'll be dragged in like this, so I have to at least protect her. I said I'd protect Saber. Yes, I wanted to protect her. She's strong, but at the same time, she could have broken down at any moment. So I have to hold steady. She's like a drawn sword, so I have to help her so she doesn't get hurt. The hell was that? And then, before I realize it, there's something like a sword in my right hand.
No.
Whose voice was that? The hesitation is only for an instant. At the same moment, the Golden Knight, the absolute victor, retreats.
シロ、それを
Shirou, let me... Saber takes my hand. The rising light stops. Right beside me is Saber. Right before me is Gilgamesh, opening his eyes and bleeding. Yo! God damn! That definitely wasn't... That probably wasn't deep enough to cut skin, but... his cheek. If it bleeds, we can kill it. I don't know what happened, but I know this is a repeat of the battle against Berserker. Saber used something I made and defeated Gilgamesh's sword. A light pushed back his light and must have injured him, who was unscathed up to now. A frighteningly murderous intent. It feels like he needs to kill everything he sees in order to calm down. But the Golden Knight leaves silently. What? I don't even have time to be surprised. I don't know why he left. But even my fading mind knows that the battle is over. My knees give away. All tension disappears, and my body falls to the ground.
シロ、
Shirou! Saber instantly supports me. With Saber supporting me, I look down at my body. I let out a gasp. My wounds are so bad they cannot be treated. My body, cut from my left shoulder, should have died instantly. Oh, this is too... I must be barely alive because of that healing power, but it must have its limits. My body is almost split in two. I'm sure nothing will be able to fix my body now. I cannot even tell if I'm still breathing or not, and my consciousness is starting to fade. The end is near, but the fortunate thing is about Saber. I have a fatal wound, but it seems Saber is just fatigued. She is unarmed now, and her wounds are completely healed. Whoa. Whatever that weapon Shirou conjured, it must have restored her completely. So, even if I retire now, Tosaka should be able to do something. That sound again. A sound as if my bones are creaking is coming from my body. I look down at my wound. There are many swords. What look like the blades of swords are layered on top of each other and crowding together to connect my separated body. That's cool as fuck! Oh, wow! I feel dizzy. It feels like every bone in my body, every muscle in my body is made out of swords. There's no such thing. It must have been my imagination, as my body is just fine. As proof of that, my separated body is starting to connect, and my cuts are healing quickly. It's more like restoration than healing. This is more creepy than strange. It seems I'll be saved. but this is too...
よかった。この分なら死ぬことはなさそうですね、マスター。
I am glad. It seems that you will not die, Master.
I hear Saber's voice by my ear. It's really close by.
いや、それは助かるけど。俺の体、一体。
Oh, that's great, but what's going on? Trying to finish, I'm assailed by dizziness. Then, my body's enclosed by soft arms.
Saber.
いいえ、私には分かりました。傷が癒されるのは当然です。
No, I finally understand. It is only natural for your body to heal.
Did she figure it out? I can't stay conscious. It's because I produce too much magical energy. My tired mind wants to sleep right now. How strong is she? Saber wraps her arms around me and holds me tight.
やっと気づいた。シローは私の鞘だったのですね。
I finally understand. You were my sheath, Shirou.
Is that literal or metaphorical? She says so in a deep, seeping voice. The feeling is so comfortable that my remaining consciousness fades away. I'm glad to be saved, and I let my body sleep. But before that, I complained to myself that it would have been more perfect if our positions were reversed. Oh, come on. That was a very interesting sequence. Let's turn voices off. So, I remember Assassin said something about Saber missing her sheath. I remember at some point someone said it, I think it was Assassin. They said that Saber was missing their sheath. I guess I should have taken that more seriously. Huh. Well, even though I dislike the whole Saber's a girl, she shouldn't fight thing, I do appreciate the subtext here. Shirou's fighting so hard so that Saber doesn't have to fight and can live a normal life and get the happiness she deserves. And now Saber has deemed him her sheath. When you put down the sword, you put it into the sheath, and you set it down. It's very apt. It's extremely apt. It's very, very nice. I like that bit of subtext. Or motif? No, what's the word I'm thinking of? Well, anyway, let's just continue on. At the end, I see that red hill once more. A red memory. I dive deeper into her memory, and I realize this is the last time. These are the memories of a night which I have seen many times before. After becoming king and becoming the will of the country by killing her own will, her days were filled with neglect, even from her trusted knights. Every time she won a battle, Arturia was made to wish for a battle she did not wish for. She continued to hide her sex, surrounded by suspicion. What awaited this isolated girl was a rebellion by one of her relatives. A young knight took over the country while the king was on an expedition. The man's name was Mordred. Oh, Red Saber. Or was that Saber of Red? Apparently they're different. Because of course they are. Ugh. That knight who was son of Morgan, the sister of the King of Knights. Oh! King Arthur had a sister? Huh. Was actually the son of the King of Knights. Oh! Red Saber's daughter? Oh! Oh! This Saber has a son! Or daughter? I don't know what's going on, man. The start at the end, Arturia could not have children as a woman. But Mordred certainly inherited the blood of Arturia. Arturia's older sister, Morgan, I'm not sure how far she went, but she despised Arturia for becoming king even though Arturia was younger than her. Mordred was created as her other self. He served the king as a knight with an unknown father, waited for his chance to take over the throne, and finally organized a revolt. Wait, so Mordred didn't even know that he was rebelling against his own father? Okay. This was the battle later known as the Battle of Camlan, the final battle of King Arthur. King Arthur discovered Mordred's betrayal on her expedition and returned to her homeland with her tired troops to invade her own territory. She slashed away knights that used to serve her. She attacked the lands she once protected. The few knights that stayed with her died off, and the only ones standing in the end were her and Mordred. Their personal combat ended with the king's victory. Did Saber kill her own son? But she did not emerge unscathed. Mordred was bound by a strong curse, so he still swung his sword even after his death and left a fatal wound on the king. That is the end of this battle. The last of her, the one called the King of Knights. It must have been painful. Come to think of it, none of her battles were painless. Every one of her 12 battles was severe, and this just happened to be the greatest wound appropriate for her end. She returned to her territory and destroyed her own army. She punished the knights who used to serve her, and the knights following her all died. And in the end, she had to kill her own son, even if he was son only in name. Yeah, okay, no wonder Saber wants to redo the history and just wish that she never pulled the sword. Okay, I get it. I cannot tell you what went through her mind, but I have to wish. The lone king, who tried to be a king until her last moments. I wish that her last dream might be a normal dream, one that the girl called Arturia might wish for. I opened my eyes. I don't know when I got back, but I'm in my room, lying on my futon. Oh, you have awoken, Shirou. Saber,
Why am I? You've been sleeping since that time. Your body is almost completely healed, so you do not need to worry.
I see. That's great, but what about Saber? She used Excalibur. She may not even have enough magical energy to heal herself. Saber, were you treating me all this time?
I merely wiped your sweat. I cannot treat wounds as Rin does.
Idiot. You didn't need to do that. It must be more painful for you right now.
That is not true. I have only a light wound compared to you. But I cannot ignore what you just said. Even if your wounds have healed, they were bad enough that you could have died. Please worry about yourself for now.
Saying so, Saber reaches out for the wash bowl beside her. There's a cold towel in there. After squeezing the water out of it, she wipes my sweating body. I'm really embarrassed.
Shirou, does your wound hurt? It seems you are getting a fever again.
He's getting hot and bothered for another reason. I don't have a fever. No, you can just rest for now. You might be all right, but he used Excalibur. So you should be the one resting. You'll collapse again at this rate.
Well, that is true, but I am doing better than you right now. It is only natural for me to protect you until you get better.
You've got a point there. Crap. I can't object if she says so with that kind of an expression. Okay. I'll rest, so please rest too, Saber. I can't sleep with a peace of mind unless you rest too.
That is true. I need to sleep as well.
Saber nods, squeezes a cloth, and puts it on the side of the wash bowl. So I let Saber take care of me and suppress my embarrassment.
Then I shall be going to bed. Please take care of your body, Shirou.
Okay.
Good night. I forgot to say this, but thank you, Shirou. I am really glad that you are okay.
Saber is smiling in the moonlight. Did it look ephemeral because of the weak moonlight? The sliding door is shut before I can find out. I don't know if I'm happy or lonely now that Saber's gone. I did want her to stay by my side, but that'll be a burden on Saber. And if we stay like that, it'll just be like that night. These are pain in the butt to edit out, come on. I shake off the image in my head. Too many things happened today. It was only a day, but it felt like a week. The date with Saber was more troublesome than fun. We ended up having an argument and I left Saber alone. And no. I have to rest for now. I can think later. There's not only Gilgamesh, but Lancer as well, and his unknown master. Alliance, alliance, alliance. Please? We can't win unless we start over in our best conditions. It happened a few hours ago. She said something about me being her sheath. I was badly injured and about to fall asleep, so I couldn't ask her why. Damn it. I can't fall asleep. Saber's dream. Her resolute face in front of death, and her face when she nursed me overlap each other. Good night. The frailness of her smile won't get out of my head. The smile that never showed up on the girl in my dreams. She says that it makes her happier when I smile. It's vexing. Why is it vexing instead of saddening? I don't know why I'm annoyed to the point of anger. I smack the futon. I'm about to rage around because of this unknown irritation.
Shirou, are you not feeling well?
I think this is Ilya. I hear her worried voice from the other side of the sliding screen. I was out of breath, so it must have sounded like I tossed around because of pain. Oh, that must be Saber. No, I'm fine. Are you still awake?
Yes, but are you sure you're all right? I can go there if you are in pain.
No. It's better if I go over there. No, that's bad. Something I've kept in myself would overflow if I see Saber right now. Saber, can I talk with you a bit?
Yes, if we can talk like this.
We start talking through the sliding screens. Maybe it's because I can't see her, but I recall the smile I last saw on her. Well, okay then. I think this is a perfect place to end things off. So, it looks like Shirou is made of swords on the inside. Or at least he conjured swords that healed him. Like they were over... Actually, now that I think about that visual more, the tips of the swords were like overlapping so that it looked like dragon scales. Yo, I don't know if that's the intention of that visual, but that's cool. Shit. So if Saber's whole thing is like swords all the way down, and his elements is sword, because that's what Rin said, his element is sword, maybe the unlimited blade work was the Shirou we made along the way. Yeah, but no, seriously, what the hell is Shirou? That healing factor is not normal. It defies all explanation and there's no answer in sight. What is Shirou and why can he heal so well? And, for that matter, just what was that blade that he conjured? That Saber was able to grab, fully heal, and then nearly kill Gilgamesh with? I only glimpsed it, and I don't particularly want to go back and look and pause on it, because I feel like that would kind of ruin the spirit of the thing, but it looked all blue and gold with not a trace of silver behind. You know what? I have a hunch. I want to say, and this might be a major reason why Gilgamesh chose to flee, I want to say that maybe Gilgamesh didn't recognize the blade. Maybe Gilgamesh's noble phantasm is all of them except for one. But what that one is, I have no possible way of knowing. Like, between Excalibur and Caliburn and, the others that were mentioned, like, I'm kind of running out of swords I know of in European Middle Age myth. What could that ultimate blade be? Something that that excels past Excalibur itself. I truly have nothing. So, the way things left off with Gilgamesh is a bit scary because the man has an ego. He likes to stand around and gloat and make people suffer to a point, but if he was insulted deeply by the fact that a mere mortal mongrel was able to wound him, or create the weapon that was able to wound him. I feel like Gilgamesh will just kind of just kill Shirou on the spot with with that rain of blades. I don't know. I have no idea how anything could happen next, so all I'll say for now is that it's gonna feel really weird if tomorrow there's another slice of life day. Things just feel too final and dire for that kind of thing right now, but we'll cross that bridge when we find it. So, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Fate Stay Night. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.